Hey YouTube, it's your boy D7 here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to jailbreak the latest iOS 6.1.3 with the most up-to-date version of Snowbreeze 0.9.14. Now there's a couple of things you guys need to know before we start, like why choose Snowbreeze? Well, Snowbreeze brings a couple of extra add-ons that the other jailbreak tools do not, like the ability to Hacktivate, meaning you'll be able to activate a device without a SIM card, without a legit SIM card. Also, this has the ability to automatically preserve the baseband. So if you're on an unlockable baseband, i.e. for iPhone 4 it's 0159, for iPhone 3GS it's 0615, which is the iPad baseband, you'll also be able to preserve that to then unlock with Ultra Snow. So devices supported are as follows: untethered jailbreak for iPhone 3GS old boot ROM, tethered for iPhone 3GS new boot ROM, iPhone 4 CDMA and GSM, and iPod Touch 4th gen. So what I've done is I've taken the liberty of bringing back my 3GS to stock iOS 6.1.3, no SIM card, so I can show you the Hacktivation part. I'll also show you the unlock part of that later on in the video. So let's just jump straight in. Okay guys, so of course make sure that the device is running iOS 6.1.3 and that it is connected to your PC at this stage. You're going to need two downloads, and the links are in the video description as always. The first one will bring you here to I Hate Snow's site, where you can download Snowbreeze 2.9.14. Click on the title and make sure to save it to your desktop. The second link will bring you here where you can download the iOS 6.1.3 for your respective supported device. Now as you can see, I'm using iPhone 3GS 6.1.3, and then once selected, click on the download box, and again make sure to save it to your desktop. So now your desktop is going to look like this. You're going to have two downloads. It's the Snowbreeze in a zip file and the iOS Lego block. Now just a word of advice: if the IPSW is downloaded as a zip file, you have two options. One, use Firefox. It will always download the iOS as the Lego block. Or you can change the file extension from .zip to .ipsw, whichever's easiest for you. So now we proceed with right-clicking on the Snowbreeze zip file, click Extract here. So we then get the folder, click into the folder, and then double-click on the exe to run the Snowbreeze tool. We'll click OK. And again, it's reiterating at the start what I said at the beginning of the video. This is tethered for iPhone 3GS new boot ROM, iPhone 4 CDMA, GSM, and iPod Touch 4th gen. This is untethered for the old boot ROM 3GS. So we click to continue, bottom right hand corner. Within the tool, it's nice you get a backup. You can have download iOS firmwares if you want from the tool, but I've also given you a link as well. To proceed, we need to select the IPSW. Once again, I always say save it to the desktop. It's the easiest place to find it. And we're pointing 6.1.3 at Snowbreeze. So of course right now it's because it's detected the 3GS iOS, it's asking me, is it old or is it new boot ROM? I know for a fact it's old boot ROM. If you're not too sure, you can actually have it detect it for you. So it's real nice, simple tool to use. So of course I know it's the old boot ROM. I can then continue. We're going to select expert mode. Once again, this automatically preserves the baseband. So if you're an unlocker, this is great for you because it just automatically preserves that unlockable baseband. So I can go to general, and then we can continue. I'm going to activate because I haven't got a SIM card installed. I'm also going to install SSH, just saves a little bit of time at a later date. We can also change the root partition. I'm going to keep it as it is. That's fine, 1450. We can then continue. So right now I can, because it's the old boot ROM 3GS, I can change its boot logo. So I can browse. Let's just browse for something different, and let's have that as the original. So again, this is an option for the iPhone 3GS old boot ROM. Then we can add packages if you wish. .debs, you can upload them at this stage. I'm not going to do that. Then all we need to do is click on build IPSW and continue with the right click. Now as it's building, we can play Pac-Man if you wish.
Okay guys, so now that we've completed creating the custom iOS, what I'm going to do now is take out our screen recorder and show you via the camera putting the device into a pwned DFU state, which is the next stage.
Okay guys, so we're exactly at the same stage as we were when I took it out of screen recorder. What we're going to do now is once we press OK, it's going to give you instructions to set the device into a DFU stage, and then it will pwn it for you to then install the iOS through iTunes. So of course, make sure that the device is connected to your PC at this stage. We then press OK, and it's going to give us instructions to set the device into DFU mode. So what we need to do first is turn the device completely off, and then click start on Snowbreeze. So it's home and power button for 10 seconds. Release the power button and keep your thumb on the home button. Okay, so now it's in a pwned DFU state, so we can click OK. We can now shut Snowbreeze down and open up iTunes. Now iTunes will automatically understand the device is in recovery mode. That's great. Now on restore, all we need to do, because we're selecting the Snowbreeze built iOS, we need to click shift and left mouse click to button together. So that's shift and left mouse click together on restore. So I'm just going to put the camera down and do that. And what this does is it allows you to search for that custom firmware, which is saved to the desktop, and you'll tell it apart from anything else because it will be entitled Snowbreeze. So I'm going to select that. Okay guys, so now when the device has rebooted, we're allowed to freely set it up even without the SIM card because we've chosen to Hacktivate. So let's just continue. And I'll just set in my Wi-Fi code. And there you go, we're jailbroken on 6.1.3 and Hacktivated. Now it's at this stage where you can choose to restore from a backup in iTunes or set it up as new. Now my device of course is untethered because it's the old boot ROM 3GS. If you're running the iPhone 4 GSM CDMA, the new boot ROM 3GS, or the iPod Touch 4th, you're going to need to follow this last part of the jailbreak. Now when you use Snowbreeze, you'll notice if you used a device that's only tethered supported, it will drop this little package here named iBooty, and you're going to need to run that straight after the jailbreak and every time you reboot the device, so turning it off then back on. That is what the difference is. Untethered means you can turn the device off and on, Cydia and all your tweaks will be ready to use. Tethered means every time you reboot, turn the device off then back on, you're going to need to run this piece of software. So of course keep the device connected to your PC, run the iBooty program, click down the drop bar, select your device and then click start. Now it's going to take you through the DFU mode. You're going to have to hold the home and power button for 10 seconds, then it's going to reboot the device. That's all you need to do for tethered. Of course I'm running an untethered device, so I can't run that, it will just screw up the device. So that part is just for you guys that are running the tethered. Okay, so now for the unlocked part of the video. For those of you that have the preserved baseband, all you need to do is open up Cydia. And once it's fully loaded, click Manage, Sources, select Dev Team, and then Ultrasnow, top right hand button to install. It lets you know the supported basebands. You have, of course, iPhone 4 is 0159, 3GS is 0511, 0512, 0513, and the iPad baseband 0615. Now once you've installed Ultrasnow, of course, insert the SIM card you wish it to work with, reboot, so it refreshes, and it can take anywhere up to 10 to 15 minutes to gain signal. So once again, just be patient, it will gain signal if you have a supported baseband, and you can check that out by going into settings, general, about, and your baseband will be under modem firmware, and it will be down there. Okay guys, so that is how to jailbreak, activate and unlock iOS 6.1.3 with the new Snowbreeze. Guys, thanks for watching. Actually, just before I leave you, I just want to do some troubleshooting. If for whatever reason you get an error in iTunes, all you need to do is go back into the Snowbreeze tool, run it, because you're going to need to set the device back into a pwned state, and you can access iReb straight away. So you can go into iReb and run the pwned state again. So it will bring you back to that screen. Remember, before we brought the custom iOS in iTunes to the device, you'll be able to set the device back into a pwned DFU state. You will definitely need to do that part. So if anything should go wrong, you get an iTunes error, or you skip that part by accident by coming out of the screen, you can go right back in there and do that. Also, I've noticed that if you do use a custom boot logo on iPhone 3GS old boot ROM, it doesn't like it. I had to do it twice. So if it doesn't work with the boot logo, go back in, create a custom firmware without the boot logo. So those are the two tips for you guys. So guys, thanks for watching. It's your boy D7 as always. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys real soon.